Hello everyone, my name's Jonas Panda and welcome back to the mini cancer series where I talk about my stories and experiences while going through cancer. Just before this starts, I do want to say yes, I have changed the camera. My GoPro is currently out of charge and I honestly, it's charging now and I don't want to wait because my brothers are at the house. That's why I'm wearing something different today, because I pre-recorded all other videos, and on that last video that will be uploaded on yesterday, so Thursday, my brothers actually walked in, so I had to stop recording. So now I'm doing it with just my webcam and yeah, my normal microphone and all that stuff. I am wearing this top today, or t-shirt, because this is what we're going to be talking about. The most heartbreaking experience I had when I was in hospital, which might be surprising to some, because as you all know, I'm a huge gamer, and for the people that do know, I love Fallout. Yeah, Fallout 1, 2, 3, 4, New Vegas, especially New Vegas. New Vegas is my favourite one. And to prove that, I've got this top, which is rad resistant. I also have this, which is the actual Pip-Boy from Fallout 4, which actually goes on your wrist. So yeah, big Fallout fan. And as I'm sure you are aware, everyone knows that Fallout came out in 2015. It happens to be the year I was going through all this. It was out on November 10th, 2015. That's when Fallout 4 came out, and I can tell you, it was the most heartbreaking thing ever, because I so badly wanted to go to that midnight release and couldn't, just due to the fact that my immune system was fucking compromised. Also my dad didn't really want to go. It just wasn't safe for me, I guess. I wasn't in any right mind to go. November was like the time where I had my last intensive chemotherapy, so like, yeah, I wasn't in the really best of shapes, but I really did want to go. And I know, I guess like when you're that low and you really want something, like you try and do anything possible for it to happen. So, but it didn't happen. I didn't get to go, unfortunately. And of course, me being the massive fanboy that I am, I actually bought Fallout 4 3 times. Yeah, I have 3 copies of Fallout 4. One for the PS4, one for the Xbox One, because this is what I had to do, yeah. In order to get this Pip-Boy, yeah. So, because I was in hospital and I didn't really get to keep up with like the release dates and all that stuff for like the pre-orders and stuff. So, everyone knows that that Pip-Boy went out of stock really quickly. I was really gutted when I couldn't get it. And then Game, which is like the UK GameStop or whatever you want to call it, they brought out a deal where if you bought an Xbox One, you got a Pip-Boy. Spent £300 on a fucking Xbox One just to get a Pip-Boy. And the Xbox One came with Fallout 4, and the Pip-Boy also came with Fallout 4, so I had 2 copies for the Xbox One and for the PS4, and the Steelbook one. So a lot of my time in hospital was dedicated to playing games, I guess, because it is all what you can really do when you're stuck in one room, surrounded by the same 4 walls, and you can't really do anything. So I completed Fallout 4 within the first day of me getting it. Well, anyway, that was probably the most heartbreaking thing that I had to go through, but I guess it doesn't really cover up the fact that everything. George is getting hyper, and George is gonna just sit on my knee just because she's been really hyper. Scratching at the window, which will really annoy me, and it will also annoy you because the mic will pick it up, so she's just gonna chill there. She wants to sit on my shoulder. So besides that, the obvious fact that I take gaming way too seriously, and that for me to be the most heartbreaking thing after going through cancer. I guess other ways you can look at it is pretty serious. The fact that going into this I didn't have any friends really. I had 1 or 2 and that was it. It's pretty heartbreaking for that to happen when you're going through all that stuff and you've not really got anyone. I was so lucky to have a family that was actually there for me. There is countless people out there that are going through this with no one, and I would honestly do everything in my power to be there with those people because they don't deserve it. It's not a fight you do alone. It's just not right. And it really does make an impact if you speak to people like that, because for me the biggest thing I realised was that it gets to you, being surrounded by the same 4 walls and just constantly being alone. It does take a toll on you. I'm really getting mistracked just because it's hard to talk about really. I could talk about everything so easily, but then when it comes to like the true stuff to me, like looking back on it now, I don't really realise it, like you're there and the only person that can fight that battle is you. And I guess not only does it like change how you look and in my case, mutilates yourself, it takes a toll on you mentally, and that is in itself heartbreaking, because your brain you really just can't comprehend how serious it is, no matter how many people tell you. It really doesn't make a difference. You could be doing whatever you want and just lying in bed, but bottom line is that you need to do this yourself, and this is something only you can solve. It's all in your power, and there's nothing anyone else can do apart from doing the things you say you want done, because end of the day, if you don't want to do anything, you don't need to. I'm not going to bash on any religious views or anything, but for people that they say, oh, God will help me and God's going to heal me, I don't need any medicine, I'm sorry, but you're just fucking stupid. Like, if you're that blind and that wrapped around religion, it's just not right. The fact that people's kids they die because their parents are so wrapped around how God will take their hand through it all and they can ride out like that, it's just, no. That in itself is heartbreaking, and it really gets to me especially, and it makes me really infuriated, because it's just selfish. If you are a parent and your kid's doing that, going through that, and then you've got the hand of power, they can't make the decision themselves and you have to make the decision for them. If you're saying no, you're killing them. It's murder. It's not right. So I guess on that sad note, and because it is quite a different video, I think that will be all for today. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like on it. It does really indicate how much you are enjoying the series. So far I do see that a lot of people are liking it, and it seems to be working as well. A lot of people have been giving me good feedback and people are liking it, so thank you so much for that, and I hope you all enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!